Hey, what's up? Happy New Year! This is Odolena from Odolena Digital, and today I'm joining back from London. So I'm back after my holidays. Just celebrated New Year's yesterday back here, and I'm just joining for a quick Happy New Year video. I wish you are having a really wonderful start of the 2020 of the new decade. And one thing that I wanted to share with you when you are starting the year, this is the perfect time to get some clarity about what you want to do and where you want to be in the next 10 years. And on purpose, I say the next 10 years, not the next year, because 1 year feels like a small bit of time. It sounds big, but it's not actually enough to actually make huge changes. I mean, you can put the start of a really significant changes, and you can do a lot of things in 1 year. However, a lot of times we tend to overestimate what we can do in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in 10 or 5 years. So my advice to everyone who's setting up goals now and who's taking time is, first of all, get some really good clarity on where you want to be, what you want to do, and what stands behind it. Is it just ambition? Is it who you are? Is it someone else's wish that you're trying to fulfill? So make sure that you take maybe a few hours, like it might take you some time, but just take some time, think about it, and really get some clarity about where you want to go to, what's your 10-year plan, and be brave about it. Don't be afraid of the next 10 years. Don't think about how you're getting old and what all the bad things that can happen. Think about the great stuff. Imagine like what will be your optimum version in 10 years. Like there's so much time where you can achieve so many things. But if you lack this kind of clarity, it will be very difficult. And if you're changing things every few years, if you're changing your direction and where you want to be, it will be very difficult. 10 years ago, I wrote a list of things on a piece of paper, and I hid the piece of paper. And guess what? In 10 years now, I've pretty much achieved most of them. I don't really have the piece of paper, but I remember the top three, which I've achieved 100%. And this was at the time when all these three things sounded really unachievable, sounded really difficult. One was to come to London and graduate here a master's degree, which I had zero confidence that I'll be accepted here in a university, and zero confidence that I'll find the money to study here, or all these kind of obstacles. But it was a pretty scary goal, and I put it there. Then I had a goal that I will be able to sustain myself, I'll be able to live in London after I graduate, and what's most important, I will not have like any kind of job. I will have a job that actually is related to my education and is actually in a way, let's say, I'm not a waitress or cleaner or anything like that, because there are a lot of such people who will tell me that they would just graduate there and so they can work as a cleaner after that or something like this. I wasn't buying into that story. And yeah, here I am today. So 10 years later, everything has come into place. Although at many times during these years, it felt like it will not come into place. There were years, and maybe 4 years, where it was pretty scary and it looked like I had totally set the wrong goal. But it didn't stop me. And I think this is the key thing. Whenever you're starting this kind of process, first, like, get very clear on what your heart desires. For me, it wasn't a logical explanation. I just really felt that I have to be here, and there is something really important for me, a very important reason for me to get somehow to London and to stay here. And I just followed it. When it comes to the goal, like it really resonated with me somehow. So first of all, yeah, get very clear and do some research as well, like what exactly it will take to get there. But don't get really too bogged into the how. Just try to get into the mode that you will do this 15 steps ahead, like this 10-year type of schedule. I was walking now by the Thames near where I live. It's just by the Thames River. And I could see so many people running around, and many of them you could see they're running for a first time, and you could see that it's gonna be a tough battle, which I totally agree and I believe in, because I have gone through this battle. I have lost almost 10 pounds of weight with runs and with exercising over the years, but it was a tough battle. And what I know is that we all start with a lot of hopes, a lot of dreams in the beginning of the year, and then we drop out many of them so easily. Hopefully not all of us, but I think the main reason is because we are not clear. We have not really set and committed in our minds on what we want to achieve, and we have not accepted mentally that it's going to take some time and it's not going to be something that will happen immediately. So just getting into this mindset, getting some clarity, and coming up with a 10-year, 15-year plan. It doesn't matter. Just have like some brave goals, some things that you're a little bit afraid of. If they're not a bit scary, then it means that they are not very brave goals. It means that they're just results of what you are doing right now. So this is my wish for you for this year, to set up some brave goals, to have a 10-year, 15-year plan and schedule, and to get yourself some clarity. This is all from me. I'll be back with a new video next week. Subscribe to my channel, like it, share it with friends. Thank you so much for the ongoing support, and I'll be back with a new video very, very soon.